Hello, I'm Mazharul Islam, Master in Port and Shipping Management, 8th batch, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Maritime University. On the part of the course of Fleet and Cargo Management, I'm here to present a presentation on journal paper, and my topic is minimization of empty container track trips, insights into track sharing constraints. I have taken this paper from the International Journal of Logistic Management, and this paper have written by Samsul Islam. So here is the presentation outline. The first one is the introduction, objective of this study, background and related research, major contribution of this study, research methodology, results and discussion, findings and conclusion. So here is the first outline of this study, that is introduction or background of the study. First one is port capacity shortage. Major ports worldwide are facing capacity shortage, affecting containerized freight transportation efficiency. And then second one is impact of capacity shortage. The capacity shortage in ports negatively affect containerized freight transportation, leading to certain consequences for ports. And then the potential solution is decreasing the number of empty trucks trips is suggested as a solution to increase freight transportation capacity. And then effects of empty truck trips decrease the transportation capacity, increase emission, traffic congestion, fuel consumption, and the environmental pollution. And then truck sharing concept, the potential of container truck transportation using the truck sharing concept is highlighted to minimize the wasteful empty truck trips. And then the next one is truck sharing constraints. Earlier studies lacked a comprehensive ranking of track sharing constraints, which are crucial for successful implementation. So here is last two backgrounds of this study, and that is first one is research gap addressing. The study aims to quantify, rank and compare potential track sharing constraints, particularly within the maritime transport industry. And the last one is study focus. The focus is on ranking track sharing constraint in the maritime transport industry due to its unique characteristics. Now I am going to discuss about the objectives of these studies. The first one is research gap addressed. Their findings were reported from a developed country, which may differ from situation in developing countries, where challenges like traffic congestion could be more severe. Specific research question. The study aims to address key research gaps by examining the possibility of findings for other countries facing similar challenges. And then the relevance of research results. Results are not only pertinent to Bangladesh but also to other countries sharing similar challenges. And then the last one is the study structure. The study proceeds with an exploration of relevant literature followed by a description of the methodology. Subsequent section discuss the results and their implication for research and management. Now I am going to discuss about the background and related research. The first one is neglected aspect in literature. Transportation within the supply chain has been overlooked in exciting literature despite its critical role in moving goods. Definition and importance of reducing empty truck trips. Underutilized capacity in empty trips leads to waste resources and increased cost, affecting supply chain members. Track sharing idea. Track sharing aims to identify freight consolidation opportunities through short notice enabled by internet-based application. Horizontal cooperation in road haulage. Horizontal logistic collaboration, that is called HLC, among shippers can bring significant benefits such as lower wastage capacity and the increased profitability. The slides is presenting major contributions of this study. The study explores track sharing constraints in maritime container tracks, contributing to the literature on freight transport. It also explores these constraints from a developing country perspective, complementing existing research on general purpose track. And then the last one is the result are relevant to emerging literature on a horizontal cooperation among road transportation companies. This is representing the research methodology of this study. Therefore, a two-phase multi-method methodology is adopted for this study. The first one is qualitative interviews. At the initial stage of the interviews, the interviewees introduce them along with their important background information. The interviews are scheduled to run for about 30 minutes in Bangla, and then the second one is the quantitative questionnaire survey. The paper-based questionnaires are used by the researchers in this study. A close-ended question is asked for: is track sharing constraint? What is the negative impact factor of this constraint on sharing container tracks? That is the question of the quantitative questionnaire survey. The respondent is free to choose one of the options: very low, low, moderate, high, or very high. This scale is 1 to 5 for point out the answer. Going to discuss about the results of this study. We have divided the three portion of the result. The first one is description of track sharing constraints, and then the second one is constraints pertaining to shippers, and the last one is the constraint pertaining to seaports. Description of track sharing constraints refers the constraint pertaining to carriers, severity of competition, lack of coordination, and the increase of cost. And then the second one is constraints pertaining to shipper refers site limitations, diverse location of shippers, complex documentation, and the lack of relationship with the driver. The constraints pertaining to seaports refers the presence of export cut-off times, seaport charges, non-standard track size, and the various container categories. The final outcomes of this study, that is findings and conclusion. The research gap and objective refers existing literature, lack of comprehensive understanding, and the ranking of track sharing constraints, which are crucial for policymakers. What will be the key findings? Out of 21 track sharing constraints identified, the top 5 most important are lack of trust, severity of competition, lack of coordination, increased cost, and the diverse location of shippers. The last findings and conclusion is implication and the future direction. Future research should be focused on exploring the impact of addressing these constraints on carriers performance and enhance collaboration within the supply chain management domain. At the end, thank you so much for watching this presentation.